#1. I run BGE forever. Do the dad nigga foot to the pedal. I run BGE forever. Do the dad nigga foot to the pedal.
It's a conversation that if Jay right now was announced that, yo, I'm partnering with someone to build a children's hospital in the middle of the hood in Newark, New Jersey.
People would talk shit.
And I'm not just saying only haters. People are looking at him like, is he really doing this?
I think what you're saying.
You're not like.
No, I am acknowledging what you're saying is true, but I promise you that's been going on since the beginning of time. For anybody that's in a position of power, for anybody that's successful, there is nobody on this planet who can do anything that won't receive criticism from people. And this is why I always tell folks, all right, you mad I'm opening up the children's hospital? Well, go do something better. If you don't like me opening up the children's hospital, then you go do something better.
Yeah, but how do you think it's affecting? Because I could see the clear.
I don't think he cares. By the way, I don't know.
He has to care. You want me to tell you why?
Okay, tell me why.
Because when you could walk into the NFL offices and you just met with Colin Kaepernick and you snake him and you basically say, hey, listen.
You didn't snake him.
Okay, well,
I was there.
His wife begs to differ, and
I was there.
You were there.
I was there.
Okay, all right.
You didn't see the video? I'm in the room.
Desiree, come on in.
I think that you were there. Shreggy? But you don't fuck with him, you don't work for him though. You were down there though.
Public, I was in the room.
Yeah, but I'm pretty. Other conversations happened before that.
I was around for a lot of conversations
that were private.
Yes, even some private ones.
So you work for them then?
No.
How do you? It's not like you're saying.
You do know me and Nessa and Colin were like this at one point.
Okay, so it's their fault.
All I'm simply saying is,
Charlotte, you can't DJ Khaled this one. You gotta pick it.
I'm saying
they've been vocal this week too.
Yes, and if you ask me, Jay-Z didn't snake them. That's my personal.
So they're
opinion.
idiots.
What? Who said that?
Well, they feel the exact opposite. So it's either they didn't do something. There's no way nobody's at fault.
Everybody can have a perspective. And when you're dealing with a lot of different personalities and a lot of different people and everybody seeing things different ways, there's a lot of different perspectives. From my POV of that situation, he didn't get snaked at all. In no way, shape, or form.
Okay.
And I don't even want to get into that because this isn't a conversation about Colin. Because regardless of how me and Colin are now, I have always had much respect for Colin. If I've ever said I love you, like I've said for Nessa, I'm going to always love you. That's just me personally. Regardless of how people may feel about me, I'm going to always carry that love and have that respect. But if you ask me...
She probably hated Rock Nation more than me.
Oh, 100%. She hated Rock Nation then. What are we talking about? Okay. She hated Rock Nation then. But when those calls were happening, like, we gotta get Colin to try out. But I'll give you this.
Jay was writing this.
I'll give you this. Yo, all right, y'all doing this deal? Yo, Colin got to get a try. Go watch the interview where it's me, Roger Goodell, Jay-Z. I'm the one in the office, and we can even probably put that in this video. I'm the one in the office saying, yo, all of this shit is cool, but the best PR for the NFL right now would be to make sure Colin Kaepernick gets the job. Do you want people to stop that?
No, I don't want people to stop protesting at all. Kneeling, I know we're stuck on it because it's a real thing, but it's a form of protest. I support protests across the board. We need to bring light to the issue.
I agree with that. But can Kaepernick get a job?
What?
Can Colin Kaepernick get a job? Is he
any team can sign him right now.
I think the biggest issue people have is they want to know how you could partner with a league on social justice when Colin Kaepernick, who brought it to the attention of the masses by peacefully protesting against social injustices, still out of a job. Can Colin Kaepernick get a job? I'm the one pressing the line on Roger Goodell and Jay-Z.
You were just saying it with no action behind it, knowing that...
What can I do?
You can protest, man. Say that shit on the radio station, nigga. You got a big voice, nigga. What you mean, what can you do, fool?
Well, I'm just in the room as a media personality.
Well, put it like that.
Oh, okay. You want to know the action behind it? Y'all got to make sure Colin Kaepernick gets back in the league. All right, we're going to get Colin to try out. Do we forget Rock Nation got Colin Kaepernick a tryout? Do we forget that? It was public. Everybody knew about it. It was big news. An hour before, Colin decides to go to a whole other field, like an hour and a half away, and hold a private tryout, and left all of these NFL representatives from these different teams at the field where the actual tryout was supposed to be.
Let me tell you the criticism that I agree with there. And you made some points and even brought some stuff up. Maybe I'll think about it a little differently. But what I won't think about
Are
differently
you
is
allowed to? With a Drake chain on and a steak shirt on?
Shit.
Are you allowed to say anything positive about Rock Nation?
Well, why would Drake have a problem with Rock Nation?
I don't know.
You're
You the one keep saying that. You're the first person to tell me that.
You're telling me that Jay went on stage to respond to him when you never know what he meant when he said the jig is up.
You got to stop.
But here's the point. Here's the point. I hear what you're saying, but this is the thing that Rock Nation has a reputation of, and I can name you 50 different ways and 50 different people who feel like this. And it's one. If everybody keeps saying, "You don't leave Charlamagne in your crib, he gonna steal something," and you hear from like 5 to 10 people, maybe you want to keep a camera in that room. The nigga might be stealing. What Jay-Z and Rock Nation did that I think Colin felt a way about, and of course his wife, is that there was a movement started and it was centered around this individual. You came in, used this cultural currency, and you co-opted the movement for your own personal gain and acted like, oh, okay, just give him a tryout. Like that was always about. And so you're throwing him some crumbs while you really, that deal that Jay got is the reason we're having so many different discussions.
But what you just said isn't true because the movement wasn't centered around Colin Kaepernick not having a job in the league. And that's something that Jay-Z said in that meeting. The movement, when Colin Kaepernick took a knee, it was to protest against injustice that was happening.
And Jay-Z came in and co-opted it and said, we're beyond kneeling. So we're done with that.
But wouldn't you say, in a way, Colin might have co-opted his own movement? And the reason I say that is because as soon as he was no longer in the NFL and he got blackballed from the NFL, it became about him not having a job. Could you agree on that?
I'll agree with you.
So don't you think in a way he might have co-opted his own movement?
Yeah, but isn't it snakish that you take over? Like, if I got a plight, like, yo, they not giving people with OVO chains this opportunity. And then a nigga comes in, takes over my movement and reaps all the benefits and then try to throw me some crumbs. I should be happy for that nigga?
But how did Jay reap the benefits? Colin didn't want it. First of all, Colin did take a settlement, right? Colin did take a settlement.
Hold on. How did he reap the benefits? He signed a deal with the NFL. And also it was rumored it was rumored that Jay was supposed to go get an NFL team.
But what that got to do with Colin? I think we all forget.
Jay came in to squash black people concerns for his own benefit and it acted like this was some shit that was for the progression.
I don't even like speaking for other people because contrary to your popular belief, I don't work for Rock Nation. But
nigga, you been defending them like a motherfucker. What do you mean? That nigga cried. That nigga said, I don't like to speak to other people. Nigga, you done threw goddamn me 8 frees, but nigga, nah, but it was like this. Nah, but that was really Kaepernick's fault. Nah, but you act like Rock Nation didn't get him a trial. You act like they didn't do that though. I was in the room. That nigga, I seen them do it. Like, damn, nigga.
Based off what I saw
this nigga right here
meeting in that room, there was 2 things happening at the same time that people forget about. Remember, Jay-Z was the person who told Travis Scott, man, you shouldn't perform at the Super Bowl because you're not a co-headliner. You had the biggest year in music, period, of any artist. You should be headlining that stage. He didn't like the way the NFL was treating black performers, hip-hop performers in regards to halftime shows.
And the only way he could have taken it over was basically by pushing Colin Kaepernick out of the way. But hold on, that's just one situation.
What does Colin have to do with that side?
Hold on, and by the way, that's just one situation.
Hold on, but what does Colin have to do with what I just spoke about?
What?
If Jay-Z had a problem with the way the Super Bowl was conducted,
he would have never signed that deal without Colin. They needed.
How?
Yo, Charlamagne, are you serious right now?
Yes, I am.
You think that Jay-Z would have signed the halftime?
You need to go back and actually watch that. Listen, before you say
they owed him a debt of gratitude. They was never gonna give him a team. They gave him that bullshit.
It was
not bullshit, but it's like the halftime.
You need to go watch the hour-long conversation that we had. In that,
why didn't they sign a deal before that?
Listen, they were. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. They were already working toward that. Jay-Z was saying how Roger Goodell was asking him to do X, Y, and Z, and Jay told me, this is about me performing. Nah, dead that. That's not what I want to do. He was trying to make it a better situation for artists that were black and brown, period. And he did that over the last 5 years. The whole injustice piece, that was something completely different.
If you sit here,
it's 2 different initiatives. Inspire Change is the social justice piece.
If you sit here and I remember Papa John's and all these sponsors, they were so upset that people were kneeling. They were backing away from the NFL. They were pretty much about to hemorrhage viewers and cash.
Yeah.
They needed to get black people on board. Remember the niggas were saying they was not watching, but they still betting on fantasy sports. We all seen it. Jay came in for a reason and the NFL owed him.
People did not stop watching football, bro.
Okay.
And you do know in that meeting, Jay-Z said verbatim, because I said it. This always gets edited out whenever they talk about that Jay-Z says we're past kneeling. I go, so you want them to stop the protest? And he goes, no, I don't want them to stop the protest. I want them to do whatever you feel like it is you need to do. But this is what I feel like I need to do. This is my action item. He said, whatever your action item is.
You got a cultural equity to tell everybody we're past kneeling. And they're giving us a token gift that we could use it symbolically of how much they understand our plight. So he gets this gift. Colin gets whatever, and basically co-opts the movement, and that's why he's hated.
That's a perspective.
And by the way, that's only one thing.
I don't agree with that perspective, but that's a perspective.
Okay, and that's only one thing. If we go to Meg Thee Stallion, same situation.
What's the Meg Thee Stallion situation?
1501, they signed her. Okay, she's on Warner at the time. They literally accused Rock Nation of having tortious interference.
I don't know nothing about none of that shit.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you a pattern of how Rock Nation has moved. Bobby Shmurda's online saying the same thing. Right?
Well, can I say something from my perspective?
How come everybody has stories that are matching? There's a pattern.
Can I say some things? This is why I fuck with Rock Nation, because I've seen how they treat people that can't do anything for them. I've seen the exact opposite of a lot of the things.
Frank Lucas used to give back to the hood too.
I've seen it. What are you talking about, Frank? You're comparing a drug dealer to a legal black and brown corporation?
No, because you're saying that because they have done good things for people who are not fortunate, that mean they're overall good. I'm naming you specific things.
Yes, and I can name you specific things that I've seen them do for people.
So if I kill 3 niggas and I do a turkey giveaway, it's cool.
Why is it killing? This is business. First of all,
I'm telling you the bad thing that they did.
There are no permanent friends or enemies when it comes to business. And in business, and you're going to learn this as you continue to do business, there's going to be times where people just are not going to be happy. That's just the way this shit goes. If you've been doing business don't say nothing for a second. If you've been doing business for as long as they've been doing business, at that level, it is impossible to have a perfect score. You can't point to any businessman, businesswoman on this planet that has a perfect score. There's always going to be somebody that feels like, oh, I got slighted, or oh, this didn't go right for me. That's just the way shit goes.
You're missing the
I'm not missing nothing.
The majority of the media narrative. If you think this is just the normal amount of dissenters that are saying, oh, I felt I got screwed over. If you ask,
what's the ratio?
You do a poll, you should do it on the Breakfast Club. You should do a poll about what is their consensus when they hear Rock Nation.
To who? Who am I asking this to?
The general public. What I'm saying is
that 140,000 of us at Yankee Stadium this weekend throwing up the rock sign.
That's music.
What you mean? No, that's the artist. We're there in celebration of Sean Carter, Jay-Z. I like his music.
We're talking about Jay-Z and the moves that are not music. Of course, people like his music.
Okay.
Like, we're not gonna have that. That's a stupid conversation to have.
So let me ask you a question. What do you think if you ask 21 Savage about Jay-Z? What do you think he'll say?
I don't know. I should ask him about it.
What you mean? He helped him with his immigration case. If you ask Meek Mill about Jay-Z, what do you think he's gonna say?
Maybe now he'll say something good, but I was hearing before, maybe not so much.
Well, that's crazy to me. That individual.
Jay himself rapped. He said Meek could. He said I could never diss Meek. I freed that nigga from a whole bit.
And he's right.
He's right, but why would he even rap that if there was nothing there?
He said me and Meek could never beef.
Well, if there was nothing there, why?
My point is, you should ask people. Like, listen, I
asked enough because I named like 3 people, and you're like, nah, I don't hear about it. I'm call Bobby Shmurda. Let me explain. You don't want to hear from Bobby?
No, because I don't care. Like, that's his perspective.
I
I can't tell him he's wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that was his experience.
There's no split consensus on anything else in hip hop.
If you ask Rihanna about Jay-Z and Rock Nation, what would she say? Ask me about Jay-Z and Rock Nation.
I know you work with him. That's the thing. This is news to me.
We have an initiative, and I saw your people's posting this. We have an initiative called the United Justice Coalition, right? That was taken completely out of context too. The United Justice Coalition is a community initiative. So it's all of these different, organizations, social justice initiatives, mental wealth initiatives, mental wealth organizations who come together. There's a bunch of them, and we do things for the community. Like somebody could get on the email right now and say, yo, there's a jail in Mississippi right now that has terrible conditions. The inmates are complaining. We need to get somebody on that. Or, you know, hey, there was a shooting in Mississippi. You know, the police killed, you know, this young black man. We need to send some activists, you know, over there. Like, that's the type of organization it is. And every year for the last 4 or 5 years, we do a big summit in New York called the United Justice Coalition. Ask me how much I get paid for that.
And for every good story like that,
But no, ask me how much I get paid for that.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's right.
$0.
Do you own part of that?
It's a nonprofit.
Yeah, it's a
nothing to own.
Okay, do you write off your taxes?
No, there's nothing to write off. I'm a part of the UJC. I'm sure somebody might write it off on their taxes, but it's not me.
The point of what I'm trying to say is that the narrative around, and I think this is why they think we've created it. I don't think it's us.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Again, we could go back to more stuff. Why is Nicki going up on him? Nicki felt like he did some unethical shit business-wise when it came to title.
Why Nicki goes in on everybody. And Nicki still got paid from what I saw.
So Nicki goes at everybody just like how she's going at Jay-Z? I think it's a little bit different.
What? What are we talking about right now?
No, she goes at people. I'm not saying
Nicki goes crazy on everybody. But once again, I don't even want to get into this conversation because I don't know all of their.
You don't think that title?
Listen. I don't know all of their business dealings. I can't sit here and
you just told me about the business deal where you're like, no, donate your time. What about the business deal where? Okay,
that's me, my perspective. I can't.
But you also said if I asked Rihanna and these other people who I've never talked to,
because I'm looking at individuals that I've seen them help in tremendous ways.
On that title stage, Nicki Minaj was there, and she's blatantly saying, "Hey, she's saying what I've always said.
Yeah,
Jay-Z sold the idea to the culture that we're gonna do some FUBU shit when it comes to streaming services for the artist, by the artist. He basically then sold the company and became a board. He's on the board.
That was the plan.
Square.
That's the plan the whole time when it comes to business. If me and you launch a company right now, at some point,
those artists supported it, not for that.
Yeah, but at some point, we're gonna come together. We're gonna get a bunch of subscribers to come to this company. And we're going to sell it for a shitload of money. We're going to split the money up and keep it moving. That's business.
Okay. And while I agree with that, you can't blame people for, I think, even with the casino thing. You know, I think that casino thing don't work. People know Jay full of shit. Anything Jay...
I don't know why you have this hard on.
No, I'm being honest.
Jay, it's crazy. It's kind of crazy.
You're smart, though. You're smart. You don't think his reputation endure right now?
I don't hate Drake the way you hate Jay-Z.
Well...
I only critique the music and his clothes.
Drake sent you bottles and shouted you out on this song. Jay-Z and his people got me in court, federal court.
I'm gonna tell you something else Drake did that you should have done. Who gave Drake a heads up about the reference tracks?
What heads up did I have that I didn't give him?
No. Who gave Drake a heads up about the reference tracks 10 years ago?
Yeah, I heard you did that, yeah.
Everybody thought me and Drake had such crazy beef. But me being a human, right? I'm like, I don't want to destroy this man's career. I don't hate this man like that. So I called my homegirl, Jazz Fly, who's no longer with us, God bless the dead, not even knowing she got a relationship with Drake. Just talking to her about the situation. I said, you know what, when we finished talking, I said, I'm going to call Jay Prince and just let Jay Prince be like, no, somebody sent me these reference tracks, blah, blah, blah. You think when I sent Jay Prince the reference tracks, Jay Prince didn't give a fuck where they came from. He was just like, yo, I got these reference tracks. This is what they trying to do to my man. Hey, Drake, now you got the heads up. Figure it out. So Drake went on offense and got in front of whatever the narrative was going to be.
So if anything, it sounds like you're taking credit for Drake like responding as he should and bodying Meek Mill. Did you see Meek recently put that? He said that Akademiks is the reason streams went down. Nigga, it's you.
Can I say something? You gonna make me buy bottles for Charlamagne? How do you think I even got in that song?
Okay. All right. So good. Kudos. But what I'm saying is
you should have followed his lead.
Follow whose lead?
You should have followed your man, your idol.
Sent you some bottles?
No. You should have followed your idol's lead. And when Charlamagne gave you a heads up, instead of saying, you know what, let's go on the offense against Charlamagne for what reason I don't know. Let me just get in front of these narratives.
It's me and Rock Nation. We've been in for a minute.
Go ahead.
I told you this on the phone. You know what you should have said? Those my people over there. You my mans. Yo, listen, I'm going to just get out the way. Instead, you play defense.
No, you know what I said? Those my people, I'm going to get you a conversation with them.
Charlotte, you probably had to. All right, did you talk to them?
What if maybe?
No.
Maybe.
What did they say?
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. To be honest with you,
hold on. What do they say about it?
Here's the thing.
What do they say?
No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Since you said when you mentioned George to them,
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't even get a chance to. You know why I didn't get a chance to? Because your man immediately started jumping on me the very next fucking day.
Okay,
so by that point, I'm like, well, what the fuck? Now they coming at me? So why would I then pick up the phone and use my cachet to be like, yo.
Shut up, I'm gonna be honest, I think they were trying to get the fuck out of there.
Huh?
They would have laughed to the phone and hung up.
We don't know. I don't think so.
They spent over $500,000 trying to get at me. Like they're not gonna be like, oh, Charlotte said like let's holler at them.
Who wants to spend $500,000 on a person?
Okay, so let me ask you. So when you
Wait, time out. You didn't even give me a chance. Is what I'm telling you.
all right, but I'm asking you, when you've had the conversation or any conversation related to any of this with them, and don't gaslight me like, nah, I never talked to them.
You're not gonna like what I said. You're not gonna like what I got to say.
So when you talk to Jay-Z and you talk to Desiree Perez,
Jay-Z has never mentioned you. I don't even, by the way, what makes you think I talked to Jay like that? I don't. That's the craziest thing about all of this.
you know, you literally said, I'm gonna call all the way to the very top. Who's at the very top?
That could have been Dez. That's who.
Okay,
like that's
when you
who
talk
I'm
to Dez, then all right. When you talk like
Dez is busy. Dez ain't thinking. When I tell you she's not thinking about
Charlie,
this
you
type of
serious?
shit, I'm just telling you, bro.
in a deposition, 5 hours in, they said,
That was 3 years ago when her artist was in duress.
She just sued. Well, no, she just actually asked for Twitter accounts that's talking about her and her daughter case to be investigated in the post. Yes.
You're not making no sense right now.
No. Hold on.
You're talking about a personal issue between her and her daughter.
Wait. You said this person, we're talking about Desiree Perez, the CEO of Rock Nation. You said she's so busy, she wouldn't care to have these conversations or to even be thinking about whatever. I'm telling you.
You just said, and by the way, I don't know anything about this. You just said her and her.
I got you, Charlotte.
You said her.
You got to pull out the receipts on Charlotte. Hold on, I got you, Charlotte.
You said her and her daughter.
Well,
That's different than her and DJ Akademiks. I'm telling you right now, respectfully, you're leading with a lot of ego.
Charlotte.
And if I'm wrong,
Charlotte.
listen, if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong in the future. Right now, it feels like you're leading with a lot of ego.
Charlotte,
I'm not playing no defense.
You're playing defense for these people because you're acting like they're above the fray. They're not. They're wilding in the mud. They just play a different game where they're an invisible game.
You're saying I'm playing defense. When I called you privately to tell you something about you, then the very next
Charlie, you're playing defense and I'm telling you who's coming from.
No.
You're saying, nah, it ain't them.
No, you
They're
gotta
too
stop.
big.
You gotta stop saying that. And this is the part I want people to actually see. I called you to give you a heads up on something. Yeah. You respond by having your guy start attacking me.
I didn't tell him.
So I start attacking your guy.
I didn't tell him.
That ain't got nothing to do with no Rock Nation. That's
I
me.
told you on the phone. This, I believe, is coming from Rock Nation. You said
what is coming from Rock Nation?
Everything.
What is everything? I didn't know nothing about none of this shit.
I told you like 5 different things. I said,
no.
Hey, they tried to bring me in a deposition.
You told me that. You did tell me the deposition shit.
I said they tried to like in a roundabout way.
Like you didn't know George when I first brought George up to you. When I sent you the pictures that I sent you.
That's Grand Wizard.
No, his name is George Wynn.
All right, well,
when I sent you those pictures of George, you said, who is this?
Yeah,
and I said, they said, this is Grand Wizard Chat nigga, this is George Wynn who runs Akademiks TV. Yeah. You was like, damn, I thought he was skinny.
It's not like we done hung out and on vacation.
Now you're lying.
No, that's my man.
You didn't act like that was your man when I first brought him up.
No, I said, you showed me a picture. I said, I didn't know that's how he looks at this moment.
No, I got the text. You said, who is this?
No, read it.
You said, who is this?
And then you said, that's Grand Wizard. I said, he's fat? That's all I said.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Shut up, I ain't gonna lie. What I realized is that Rock Nation got to get a little bit better with the narratives because
I don't know.
Even the divide and conquer shit.
I don't know. But that's my point. There is none. I don't feel like looking for them texts. That shit is really pointless. This isn't about Rock Nation. Yeah. I wish you would stop saying that because let's talk about us.
If I'm telling you that I know where it's coming from,
cool.
You're playing defense by saying it's not coming in.
If Rock Nation is coming at you, I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay, and that's when I ask you respectfully to step to the side that we can focus on Desiree and Jay-Z.
Now I'm not going to do that.
Because now when Grand Haven, I'll be like, of course take the gloves off with them too. No. Like, we don't want to get at Charlamagne. No, Charlamagne. But get him out of here.
But why did the gloves come off for me to begin with?
Charlotte, because in the way of how you deliver the information, you want to frame it like it was a heads up. It was more of a, yo, the way to neutralize these guys is to get Ak away from them
that's what
by saying, oh,
that's what a guilty person would think.
nigga, you told me the dude is stealing from me. You have no proof of it.
I never said he was stealing from you. I saw you say that on the screen.
You
I'm like,
said-
where did I say he was stealing from
Charlie,
you?
you said he took $4 million from me. You literally told me this.
How would he take $4 million from you?
That's what I was saying, but that's when it was bullshit.
I had never said he took $4 million from you.
Charlotte, you said he got press. Oh, and you said Ak.
And he told investigators that he gets the marching orders from
yo, and you said Ak. Yeah, I seen the finances. Yo, he's getting paid a lot more than you. Yo, I think he's.
By the way, I was wrong about that. Remember the shit I showed you earlier? The shit I showed you that with all the shit that you get paid to do?
Yeah,
Yes, you make more than him.
it's music promotion.
Yeah.
But we got to be clear because like when we allude to it, so what you showed me, and you could put it on camera. Like I don't like it when you see this is another thing. This is why I brought this conversation public. I don't like it when people are acting like they got some privileged information. Number one, if I brought up your Breakfast Club or Netflix contract or whatever, and I start like putting it online or whatever, you might be like, damn, you kind of invade my privacy. So here's my thing. Rather than you source it, just post it.
I get what you're saying.
So post it that we could talk about it because the first person who said an actual thing, the Jeremy dude, I bodied him. We haven't heard from him since because he's lying.
I get what you're saying, but I never wanted any of this to be public. I called you, and I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier. If I'm working with Rock Nation,
you called me with the intent for me to step away from George. So, that basically I would deactivate him, and I'm like, that's my man's.
No, because I said George, I said Carson McCoy, Alex Chocho, whoever. I don't know, Alex Ocha. I don't know any of these people.
Well, George.
I'm just telling you the information that I was told. And I told you, and they said the crypto accounts were flagged.
You said, how much do you trust George? I'm like,
valid question.
You're acting like, number one, someone's doing something illegal. Number two, you're acting like this guy is doing something like maybe stealing that I need to watch out for.
I didn't say nothing about no stealing. What would he be stealing?
You literally said $4 million. And I knew that was cap already.
What would he be stealing?
That's why you kept saying the crypto stuff. It was like, I
got to go back and look at the information because I don't remember nothing about no.
You literally said, you said something flag. And you were like, yo, there's $4 million. You said $4 million. And you're like, if you're Akademiks and he's running Akademiks TV and he's getting paid way more than you, he might be stealing from you.
I ain't say nothing about stealing. No. I know. I told you that. I know I missed. I told you that it said the crypto accounts were flagged and there was millions of dollars moved over the last few months. Whoever sent the information?
Who's whoever?
I don't know. Got to talk to Lauren. By the way, you didn't give me a chance.
This is crazy.
You just said, but you.
That shit is crazy, though, nigga. Who is whoever, nigga? Like, nigga say he got anonymous motherfucking information. Man, where they do that shit in, gang? Niggas leaving tips about shit and ain't. You can snitch to the police anonymously, nigga. What the fuck? Nigga call the Charlamagne like the motherfucking hotline, the tip hotline, nigga. Shit, we got this information just come across the desk. You know, we don't know where, you know what I'm saying, where the shit come from. Who it come from and where it come from, but nigga came across the desk anonymously, nigga. I don't know what this shit, but they gotta be telling the truth. Damn, that's a bit. Damn, they investigating a nigga. Damn, nigga snitching. Well, you hear niggas snitching and telling, you thinking of some criminal shit. Damn, who doing that? Who got it? I don't know. Whoever.
But you literally just said the same thing happened with you.
Me saying who is like,
I can say the same.
I see why I got the outside on. If I say who, you're like, oh my God.
I can say the same thing to you. You can't tell me who gave you certain information.
No, I'll tell you anything.
No, you won't. I asked you.
What?
I asked you over the past week. They said all of these different sources were coming, even though, by the way,
no.
Some of that shit was hilarious. You literally said, I only know one.
No, because there's a third party there. I don't know who that. But I will give. If you ask me,
that's every media source.
No, if you ask me, I would literally show you. I'm not the type of.
If
I wouldn't give you. I wouldn't give you. I don't give half-ass warning. If I'm gonna be like, yo,
that's not a half-ass warning.
That's a half-ass
warning.
warning.
No, it's not. I gave you 3 names, told you what they were alleged to have done. That's everything you need to know.
Okay, but when you're, that's not even what I was really even caring about.
But you're still missing my point, and I don't want you to miss my point. I don't want nobody to miss my point. I called you, gave you some private information.
I
Regardless,
don't think that was in good faith. Because the way I call you differently.
You call me the same exact way.
Nigga, I call you, I read the email, I sent you the email. Yo, this is who's trying to do it to you, bro. Look out.
No, you didn't. You called me and you said, hey, this is the person, boom. But you knew who the person was, so that's different. If I knew who the person was, I would tell you.
That time when I told you, I didn't know who the person was. When I said their name, you knew the person was. And then when you explained it, I understood. I said, oh, I seen the relation there. Okay. But I said, you do it, you do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But that shit it has no place on my platforms. I got nothing to talk about with it. I gave you every info I could have.
And I gave you everything I had. And guess what, Ak? I could have got more if you didn't sick your dog on me. If you didn't sick your motherfucking Australian dog on me, I probably could have got you. No, it's not.
This is manipulation.
No, it's not.
Right.
I'm not. And I want us. This is what I really want us to stop doing.
Because
listen.
In coordinates with the sit down, all right, if you really were, like, you would have still had the conversation with Desiree then. And be like, hey, listen, you know, there's a lot of other people, because I think you're getting caught in a crossfire when you're Desiree's Australia lap dog.
I would have told Desiree the same thing I tell everybody about.
So you would have still had that conversation. You still never did.
Listen, I would have told him the same thing. I would have told her the same thing I always tell everybody when it comes to you. I think you should sit down and have a conversation with Akademiks. Ak ain't like that. The Ak y'all see online that gets drunk off the liquor and wild, and that's a lot of that is performative. Have a conversation with him. And let's see if we can squash some shit. Like, that's what and by the way, that's what I told
like
you.
That.
I want
you wanted me. You said,
I want you to have the conversation.
Ak ain't like that, man. That nigga performing, man. Everybody be performing on live, man. Hell, even Charlamagne, man. Cause that nigga is in cahoots with the Rock Nation, man. That nigga said your name could be with the organization, don't mean you work for them. Bro, you have to be connected to the organization for you to be in anything with these motherfuckers, man. Stop it, man.
And tell me what she says.
I mean, it's public. She gonna see it. Well, by the way,
I want you say you can make the call. Make the call. Like
you've been wilding.
I want you to hear.
You've been wilding. It's gonna be hard to make that call now. The last few weeks you've been wilding on them.
So now you're acknowledging this issue.
But they don't pay attention to Akademiks though. They ain't studying none of this. Jay-Z ain't listening to none of this. How would they know it's an issue?
From your end. Are you on drugs? Are you on fucking coke?
Nah, of course, Alex.
On your end. You're the one. All of this is coming from you.
This is what they sent you to do, is just gaslight.
Oh my God. Ak, stop.
Charlamagne, I told you, I'm giving you exact instances, and you're gaslighting.
Ak, George got 6 lawsuits right now that he's named in. Are any of them from Rock Nation?
What are those lawsuits about?
This crypto shit and all of this shit that I've been reading.
It's about stake.
Okay. But are any of them from Rock Nation?
Okay.
No, just answer the question. Are any of them from Rock Nation?
But they're fun though.
You think that. You have no proof of that. If you got proof, I'll shut the fuck up. All you gotta do, show me proof, and I will promise you, not only will I shut the fuck up, I'll be like, damn, that's what they doing that?
Okay, so when they fund a legal campaign to have me sit in deposition, they try to get Drake to sit in depositions. And they're asking, no. Yes, I can, because
you can't compare the two.
Yes, because they tried any which way to get me a depot. I told you, like you're just not hearing because you're running off whatever they've programmed you with, which is.
So what you're saying to me is they used whatever the defamation situation with Megan was to bring you in here to ask you questions about this other shit.
Yes.
Okay. That was the isolated incident.
Every educated lawyer. Listen. Yeah. I consulted with the best lawyers about the whole situation because we were anticipating a few other steps being taken. And they said this is very typical of when someone is preparing something, you start with the smallest fish on the totem pole. That would be Milagro Cooper.
I just told you that earlier and you said, where the fuck I get that from? I just said that they go after the smallest fish first to go get the big one. I just told you that about 40 minutes ago.
Well, you're talking about criminally. What I'm saying is that they wouldn't criminally.
Even civilly.
Okay.
Yeah.
The point was, in a civil suit, you just need to get somebody under oath, right? Their way to get me under oath was to try to convince a judge, which they did. And then they convinced another judge, which is a Jersey judge, to say, hey, this guy has material evidence for this case that we have against this blogger for defamation. When I was in the deposition, I got the whole thing recorded. We got the transcript. The judge read the transcript. I'm telling you, the judge, his name is Judge Day. He was out there in Trenton. You will hear him on the record say, why are you having a deposition with Livingston Allen and the majority of your questions revolve around Aubrey Graham, Nicki Minaj, and also around State? Are those people connected? This is on record, Charlamagne. Like,
Okay.
and if I'm saying this, like, and you just don't want to believe it, you can go look at it.
I'm not sitting here saying that it's not true. I'm just sitting here saying, what the fuck that got to do with me? I called you to give you a heads up about something. You sick your dog on me, and now you're using me to attack Rock Nation? That shit don't make no sense.
No, Charlamagne, you came in playing defense. All right,
Man, Bleak got a podcast. Go ahead, Bleak. That's a real Rock Nation.
Bleak don't got no voice.
Well,
Respectfully.
whatever.
By the way, and that's the problem with Rock Nation now.
And I'm not, by the way, anytime I speak on George, I am not speaking for Rock Nation. I'm speaking for me. Because George was coming at me. Have you ever heard me mention George Wynn prior to him shooting at me?
Okay, by the way, I just want to say this. I think Rock Nation knows at this point, I think it's by chance. They feel that the majority of the narratives that kind of come up online are either influenced or, put out by platforms associated with me. And I think they feel helpless. They got
stop.
There's a lot of Rock Nation adjacent people. They can't get one narrative to be in the favor.
But who? I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all care too much about the court of public opinion. And I've told you this before. I remember having this conversation with you.
They sued a chick for defamation and spent $2 million and got $75,000. Who cares more than that?
If you're defaming me,
Charlotte, so you spend $2 million to get $75,000.
I don't think it's about the money in a situation like that.
No, but you say care too much about.
It's not about the money.
So I'm defeating your point. You said we care too much about the court of public opinion.
Yes, you do.
But if I'm making the same argument that the people I'm talking about care as much to
Can I finish my point?
Hundreds of thousands in PI,
Yes.
millions of dollars in lawsuits,
Can I finish
and
my point?
they're getting a fractional piece back. Who cares more than that?
Let me finish my point. Court of public opinion. I'm gonna use your boy as an example. Court of public opinion kicked your boy in the ass for 2 years. You go on social media and Drake, you go on social media for 2 years. If you're an idiot, you're looking at all of this shit and you're like, damn, yo, don't nobody like Drake no more. Damn, don't nobody fuck with Drake no more. Damn, man, it really might be over for Drake. That's stupid. Every time he put out a song, it charts. Then he finally comes out with an official album, a real album, Iceman, and it's #1 for however many weeks. That's because that shit online really does not matter. It's just noise at the end of the day.
If you want to sit here and believe that Drake having this moment with Iceman was just, nothing matters since then, look at the back of this chain. This is exactly, if you think he doesn't even think that.
Because
he was in a fight for his life.
Do you know what?
Perception matters, especially for artists.
Do you know what Charlamagne said over and over after the battle? The person that made this worse was Drake. Not the battle itself. It's the way he handled everything after the fact. All he do is keep putting out music. That's it. He's Drake.
Charlotte, he did, and everybody moved the goalposts. Yo, he need to take a break.
How?
Charlotte, I heard you say it. Yo, he need to take a break.
I did think he needed to take a break musically. Take a break, but I was saying that before the battle. The
reality
take a break.
is that the atmosphere of hatred had to be addressed, and I think it did.
Does the hate impact you?
I'm media, so hate or love, I'm gonna win.
You lost a lot of weight. Did you lose weight because people were calling you a fat fuck on social media?
No, I'm healthier now. So,
but no, okay then. So that's my point.
Yeah.
When people are online with all of this criticism,
Charlotte,
you can either let it impact you or not.
Charlotte,
if it don't fuck with your bottom line, who cares?
When Meek says 100% do believe the narrative that when me and him weren't going to, Meek at one point thought I was just some He said, yo, you just a nigga. I remember this verbatim. He says on Clubhouse. He said, nigga, you only got 5 million. He said, I got bitches with more followers on Instagram. From that moment, I said, I'm going to show you what happens when you go against the biggest media personality.
Meek is a great example.
And if you ask Meek, nothing in his favor happened from then. And if you don't think the narrative mattered, well, let's see what happens with Jay-Z.
Meek is a great example, and let me tell you why. I made a comment a couple of months ago, and we were on Brilliant Idiots, and I said I feel like Meek hasn't been the same after the battle. Those comments were inaccurate. And the reason I said what I said was because of what you're talking about right now. Public perception, perspective. Online, it was like Meek Mill that became a joke. Every time, even now to this day, when Meek tweets some crazy shit, they fuck with him about Twitter fingers. But did it? Because right after the battle, he had #1 albums. Right after the battle, he was still going up on the charts. He still was getting gold and platinum plaques. I think what happens over time is sometimes people just might be off you musically. That's why being relevant musically for a long period of time should be applauded. And I'm not even gonna talk about Jay, because Jay been around for 30 years. Forget Jay. Let's talk about, I'm gonna give Drake his props. The Drakes, the Futures, the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Cole's. These guys that have been around 10, 15 years still can move the needle when they drop music. They should be applauded, because it's hard to keep people in tune with your music for that long. And I think that's the only issue Meek might be having right now.
I disagree with you. A rapper lives like, I'm gonna give you two rappers currently.
Okay.
Young Thug and Gunna.
Okay. Gunna's putting out great music.
It's more than music.
Hey, Gunna's the best example.
No.
According to the internet and the streets, Gunna should be done. Gunna should be finished.
Who's more liked right now?
Gunna.
That's what I'm trying to say.
This is perspective.
Public perception, when someone's perceived better, perceived cooler, perceived like in a positive light.
I'm looking at who's bringing in the money. Who's selling the records? Whose shows are sold out all across the country? Whose records are getting played on the radio all the time? That's Gunna.
I've always argued this point. If Drake had dropped Iceman 6 months after, niggas would have said it was trash. Because
they said it was trash 2 years later. What are you talking about?
Who said Iceman was trash?
Mad people.
Nah, it's
we got
only the Rock Nation office.
No, we got 2 totally different algorithms.
Must be.
By the way,
that shit classic.
No, they not. And they're not. You and your squad are saying it's classic.
Wait, well,
you thought Honestly Nevermind was classic.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't say that.
You love.
No, I didn't say that.
I've never heard you say one bad thing about Drake.
That's what Dame Dash said to you.
You got a crush on
you apologize.
You got a crush on that man, or you're getting paid.
Yo, Dame, I want to tell you, for all the times you sat across this man and he had a paper plane.
He bought up Dame.
Yo, he had a paper plane on his chest, or he had it on his hat. I just want to tell you, Dame, I'm here to make sure you know you were vindicated, you were not crazy, and he was always right.
But you don't believe I'm getting paid by Rock Nation.
No, okay. Do you believe I'm getting paid by Drake?
No.
Okay. But if a topic came up, and this is what I say about all media personalities. If Jay's your man, of course you're supposed to have, like, if a topic comes up, you probably have more nuance that could give more thought to maybe what his side.
I have reverence for him musically, and I have reverence for him as a man. We've watched the evolution of a man. Yeah.
All right. So that's what I think there. Now, I do think that.
But I also can be biased.
No, you have mutual yeah, I know. But now you have mutual business interests with him. And I think you've been going that realm for a while. And that's why you're playing
don't have any mutual business interests with him. We had a bid that we were trying to get for a casino in Times Square. That bid is gone. That got turned down.
So currently, there's nothing that you and Jay, business-wise, are aligning with.
Nothing at all.
So
nothing.
So if I pop up with something on stream in a few days,
please let me know. Show me. Nothing. I would tell you. Why would me, as a 48-year-old black mogul, distance myself from one of the greatest moguls that we've ever seen?
Nobody said
I would love to be doing more business with Jay-Z.
No, I'm not shaming that aspect. I'm addressing the aspect of, okay, like, put like this. There are certain other media personalities I could tell, they grew up on Jay. Jay's their guy. There's nothing wrong with it. There's going to be some baked-in bias. We're all human, right? I grew up on Drake. I listen to every word this man has said. Like, that's my GOAT, right? Cool. So if you ask me Drake or Jay, I'm going to go in Drake's direction, right? I think that's normal. We're all human. I think it's when we get to the point of, because I don't think it's necessarily people getting paid, but is your business now being supported and incentivized by their business? So now you got to go run interference.
My business isn't doing that. Like you want to know the closest other business relationship we've had?
Like, did you hear what Flex said? And I know you don't get along, but he had said like he said Rock Nation had offered him like some $2 million thing. And it was just like, that's where I think influence is now. Hey, I'm not gonna pay you, but I'm gonna get in business with you. That when I'm in business with you, you're gonna be on your platform just wildly defending me.
You do realize that once again, when it came to that bid to bring a casino to Times Square, it's 4 different entities. Like there's been other things that I've been offered. Like I'll give you an example, a sports team. When you get offered to be a part of a sports team, right, to invest, you're going to come in under somebody's group. They're not going to bring in Leonard McKelvey from Mounts Corner, Cedar Galwart, whatever it is. They're going to bring me in under somebody's group. That's what that was. Yeah. Like, so what's the problem?
And because you're affiliated with Rock Nation, you came under there.
No, it's because
I felt it was just being hypocritical. See, now you're apparently the whistleblower for gambling when you yourself.
I was not whistleblowing on no gambling. And
let me ask you a question.
No, I'm not gonna let you get that off. I was not whistleblowing on gambling. I was whistleblowing on the alleged illegal things your boy George Wynn was doing, and the only reason I was doing
that state though. So
I'm reading the article.
No, I'm asking you. So you do so just like how you were.
And by the way, to your point,
can I ask you a question? All right, so if they were bringing a state casino to Times Square, would that be good?
I have no idea. To your point, because it's not about the casino, and you know that. It's not about the casino.
Would you have the same opinion?
It's not about
if Stake was coming into. You said Times Square needs this.
It's not about Stake. It's not about casinos. It's not about gambling. It's about the illegal activities that your boy is being accused of. And by the way, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know why I'm bringing that up? The same reason you bring up shit on people when you got a problem with them. If somebody's shooting at you, I got some ammo to shoot back. So when I call you, which I keep straight, no. When I call you, Akademiks,
you call me before it happened.
To say, yo, X, Y, and Z is happening, blah, 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 this is what it is. You call your man to tell him, and then you decided to stick the dog on me for whatever reason. I said,
listen,
guess what?
You could do whatever that you feel is within your right to respond to people doxing you when they're posting your house.
I don't want to hear that shit. That motherfucker doxes all types of people.
Okay,
that's another part when y'all say you don't play victim. That's playing victim.
No. Hold on. But here's the thing.
Nobody gonna feel sorry for George winning Akademiks TV.
No. But
I saw this motherfucker just called Scissor retarded 2 days ago.
No, the sympathy that he's asking, he's gonna post all type of wild shit. So again,
he can't be mad when motherfuckers is plotting on him, and he should be lucky that all he's getting thrown at him is paper.
And now, right? And now, since he knows, all right, bet. So Charlotte could post me at the crib. Well, now I can post anything about Charlotte. And he's looking at me like, I know he's your man, but if you're my man too, you can't tell me. Can't tell me not to.
That's not right, because you know I didn't do that first.
What?
You know how this played out. I called you, gave you a heads up. You told George. George went on the attack against me. I went on the attack against George. Now George is shook, because George's like, oh my God, don't nobody ever shoot back at me. Now he texting my people like, man, Act told me to do that.
Snaked him.
Act told me to do that.
Ali just snaked him. I told him, I said, listen, how are you texting Alex? Like, I had to tell him, like,
I thought you said that.
I definitely said that.
Let me finish this. Act told me to do that. Yo, man, could you please tell Charlamagne not to post my picture and not dox me, because he's saying my name with crypto, and I don't want people to run up in my house. Oh, that's the Achilles heel. Oh, that's what it is? Oh, so now let me find out more. So he fucked up by mentioning that.
But that's people running up in his house.
I don't care.
To do crime. Okay, all right. So as long as you put in the right context.
Because he talks crazy.
Okay, and hold on. And by the way, I'm glad that you said that, because also,
if he didn't say nothing about me, I wouldn't say shit about him.
I had that convo with him. I said, listen, yo, I'm beefing with rappers who's up a couple $100 million. I sure, my house like Alcatraz. I couldn't even have kids at my house. Like, I prepare like niggas is running in every night.
And you should.
And I should. So I also,
I think that shit is nasty. I'm gonna tell you something.
I did tell him. So I told him, I said, listen, you should move. You got to move accordingly now.
But I think that shit is nasty. The shit I've been getting, like the same way you say people hit you up, and they giving you shit about me, it's the same way about you. And I know a lot of that shit is bullshit. But guess what? Nobody cares about the truth and the lie more entertaining.
Of course.
But why would I ever run with that? I would rather do this. And the only reason I'm doing this on camera is because I don't want either one of us to get on our platforms and manipulate the conversation.
We gotta keep it public because I'm telling you,
Because you lie. You're very entertaining when you get on that to kill.
No.
I see it. I be watching like I did not say that
What did I
shit
lie?
for you at.
What did I lie about? You can't name.
You said Desiree got me a therapist.
No, I said that's what I heard.
From who?
That just like how you ain't gonna tell me certain sources, I can't tell.
I don't know my sources.
Because the person who's gonna tell me that is gonna have Desiree investigating them. I'm good.
Well,
They on Desiree's ass.
you said that. You said that the everyday struggle thing when I told you to walk out, that's a little...
No, you did. You did.
Okay.
Again, I think
And you said that I told you I never had any affiliation with Rock Nation. That makes no sense when you literally said on your screen yourself, apparently Charlamagne has an affiliation with Rock Nation.
No.
Desiree got him a therapist or something. He said he's going to give me a meeting with Rock Nation.
No. You said business-wise, you basically have no care for whatever
Why
you
would
got
we be
going on.
talking about business? That makes no sense.
Because if I knew you and them have mutual business interests, I'm not telling you certain shit. I'm not calling you to talk nothing about them.
But why would we be on the phone?
I play this.
Why,
If you're plotting against Drake, it probably ain't smart to call me to tell me the game plan. You don't think so?
So
If you're plotting against Drake and you're like, yo, all right, I want to discuss how I'm going to get Drake, don't call me.
So let's go back to my original point. If I'm allegedly working for Rock Nation and Rock Nation is after you, and I know that, me calling you to give you a heads up is snaking them. How does that make sense?
And I told you why your call was intended. It's not snaking them because the intent was, I'm going to be honest with you, I think Akademiks TV, granted a few other pages, been giving Rock Nation belt to ass. If we were talking about approval rating, people look at Jay-Z like a slimy scum on average.
So why wouldn't they just sue them pages?
Well,
Why wouldn't they just go after them pages?
Well, we going to sue somebody for their opinion?
You just said that they sued some. What you say the girl name was?
Yeah.
And you said that they were going after other pages. So why wouldn't they just go after them?
They're trying. That's why in a deposition.
Show me.
Charlotte, okay.
Okay.
Go to. I'm gonna send you the video file. So I don't want no more. You're like, nah, I never seen it.
You keep talking to me about one deposition. I'm talking about right now.
Because
moment.
to get somebody like if you watch that case where they sued Milagro, suing somebody for defamation is really hard. Literally, they had to find one obscure thing she said. Her saying every day, Meg the Stallion is a liar. I said in a deposition, that's an opinion. If I said Meg is ugly, if I said Meg music sucks, you can't sue me for that. If I said Desiree Perez to me is a snake, which I do think that, she can't sue me for that. What are we gonna go to court for? I'm not saying nothing that's factually incorrect, that's meant out of malice to put her brand or defame her. So I don't think if she had it,
I could be completely wrong.
if she had it, she would have been sued.
I could be completely wrong. You sound manic. You sound paranoid. I'm not even joking. Like, you sound manic and paranoid, bro.
Yo,
like,
no.
If I'm wrong, I promise you, I'll be the first person saying I'm wrong.
Charlotte, listen. The reason why you're so wrong about that is
I
because...
might be.
No, you're wrong. Oh, no, you're wrong about that because...
You are very convicted about this Rock Nation is after me thing.
So you think Rock Nation's... I'm not the only person saying it. Okay, fine. I'm mad at it. Okay, cool.
If so, I don't know nothing about it.
I'm mad at it. But if I am, Bobby Shmurda is too.
No, it's different. Bobby Shmurda had a business dealing that he didn't like. It went wrong. Yours is completely different. You're telling me Bobby ain't on Instagram like, yo, they trying to take me out. They trying to destroy me. They want me gone. I saw you post,
Bobby,
I'm bringing mad security to sit down with Charlamagne because Dez might have me killed.
No. Bobby Shmurda...
Acknowledge that. Acknowledge that. Nobody's online saying Rock Nation wants them dead except for you.
I don't think you're tapped in.
I must not be.
Bobby Shmurda blames Rock Nation for putting him in jail. You don't see that? You don't see that?
Let me ask you a question. All right.
No, hold on. All right, no. You're saying nobody's saying it.
I didn't see that.
Okay, but he's literally saying it. He said the lawyer that was hired, Alan Spear, do you know that guy?
That's Rock Nation lawyer, I think, or Jay's lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says Rock Nation gave me that lawyer, which basically convinced me and forced me to take extra years in prison.
Hey, Bobby Shmurda was under investigation. Did you hear Hot Nigga?
Charlamagne.
No. Did you hear Hot Nigga?
Yeah, but you moved the goalpost.
No, I didn't. How many confessions were in Hot Nigga that they used against him in court?
Everybody knows the public story with Bobby Shmurda. He supposedly turned down a four-year agreement and took 7, and then.
But I thought he did that because he wanted the same time as his man or some shit like that.
And apparently, what he's now found out, according to what he's saying, is that wasn't necessary, and that lawyer snaked him. That's what I'm telling you. Yo,
I don't know anything about that. But
but if you know nothing about it, how you defending it like this?
Because I can only speak from my perspective. Same way I do when it comes to somebody like you.
But everybody's saying
there's people that say,
how when I speak from my perspective, I'm manic. How when Dame speak from his perspective, he's manic. How when Nicki speaks from her perspective, she's manic. Okay, do you think Drake is manic?
I haven't heard Drake say nothing.
Okay, so all right, so now you're backtracking.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You just named 3 people who sound manic as fuck.
Who?
Nicki, Dame, and you.
I sound manic with that.
You starting to sound a little manic. I didn't see it in person. I see it online. So online, I'm like, yo, he performing. Seeing it in person is crazy. Like, and by the way, and you can ask Alex. I said to Alex, I just want to talk to Alex and see if he really believes some of this shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is why we're in this new media landscape. Because this light gaslighting, just watch the comments. Everybody's literally watch the comments. I'm looking down.
The nigga ain't finna get to say nothing. That nigga finna cut this nigga off 100 times.
We don't care if Alex Media over there is like, hold on.
Hey, what you're doing right now is
everything you're saying is the majority of the conversation online right now. So everybody is manic then.
Sure, but here's the thing. They're only saying that because you're saying it. You're the leader of them motherfuckers.
So you're saying they don't have independent thought?
No, they don't.
The problem is some of them,
don't get me wrong. Some of them do, but majority of them don't.
Jay-Z and Roc Nation used to be able to affect media. I just heard that dick rider like Rosen Dweeb, whatever. He was just like, yo, Jay, was it him or E-Bum? Like, it was like, oh, yo, this nigga called me about his hair or whatever. Like, there was a way to affect media to get favorable responses. It used to work for Jay, whether it's a call, whether it's whatever. Like,
I don't get none of them calls.
Well, what I'm saying that now, I don't think Jay-Z really has any control over any of the places that narratives actually do start and develop from.
But I also think, and this is just me, and I'm only basing this off me, I don't give a fuck. I'm not.
But he does. That's why
and by the way, I might be crazy. I actually like it. When I watched all of these people coming with this one narrative against me for whatever reason, I was like, oh, that's lit.
Do you think Jay-Z liked it last year?
I do.
Even though he said in the interview, he said that pissed him off. He started his GQ interview by saying
he said one particular thing, and that would piss any of us off. It pissed your boy off so much that he sued people. That would piss anybody off, Act. You don't like when people reference you like that. That would piss any of us off.
Well, we're talking overall with him.
No, he said one thing in particular.
So you're saying the rest of it didn't piss him off? Then?
I don't think so. I'm only going off what I saw in that interview. I'm going off the same thing that you saw.
Okay, good. So you're in agreement that whatever Grant or whoever is either doing or saying about Jay and Roc Nation online, he should have no problem with.
I don't think he does. And I don't know that to be true.
All right, cool then.
I don't know that to be true.
So that's,
but it depends what we're talking about as well. Like if you posting a man's kids or, saying a man's a pedophile, a rapist, all that shit is going, come on, that shit should piss some people, piss you off a little bit.
What about, because I did see this on the page this week, if they mentioned that he was included in the Epstein files. What about that?
With no context and the way Akademiks TV does it?
But that article, as you mentioned, that is talking about a bunch of civil suits, lack the context of actually saying, does this even make sense?
If you read the actual article, it makes perfect sense.
No,
and it's not accusing anybody of anything. It's just
doesn't make sense because nobody used steak to bot music streams. That's a lie. That doesn't happen. I'm telling everybody in the world it doesn't happen. That's a lie. So the context of acting like that's happening.
Steak is a huge company.
Nobody used steak to bot music.
You don't know that.
I'm telling you. I know.
The same way I can sit here and say. I can't sit here and say, I don't know if Roc Nation's coming to
all right.
I don't think so.
All right, so why don't you say the same thing about whatever they said about Jay-Z in them files? Like, I don't know.
Because with that, I can actually read and see that it's a freaking hotline number that somebody randomly called in.
Okay.
And the story don't make no fucking sense whatsoever.
So possibly who knows? Do you think that should be investigated?
And you also do know when. Like,
do you think that should be investigated?
You could be in the Epstein files just by somebody saying, yeah, we emailed Akademiks because we want him to promote our music.
You just said you don't know stakes of big company. I agree with you. Now, how long have you known Jay-Z? What was he doing back then? He used to be kicking it with Harvey Weinstein, didn't he?
Because they had a fucking movie production company together.
And there's other
Harvey
people
Weinstein produced Paid in Full.
And there's other people that used to be kicking it with Jeffrey Epstein just because he used to give them consultancy.
You think all of those? You think everybody knows what everybody is into?
Okay, all right, so that's what I'm saying. So you believe Jay didn't know about Harvey Weinstein? Right?
You said Jay what?
Jay wouldn't know. Jay was just doing some movie shit with.
I don't think he would know that. Why would he know that?
Okay, so what about Trump? What about Trump with Epstein now? What do you think about that?
I have no idea. I don't know these individuals.
So you see, you've changed your tone. At first, you were saying, let's burn it. You said, we need the Epstein list. Whoever is on it, it just needs to be burnt down. Now, you're seeing a lot of nuance.
No. And this is that extreme way of thinking that social media does, where they don't use no nuance. What are they on the Epstein list for? What is being said about them in the Epstein list? If somebody says, hey, I emailed this person because I wanted them to perform at a concert, and that's what put them in the Epstein list, as opposed to this motherfucker was eating the nipples of 14-year-old girls, that's a totally different conversation.
What did you think about when his
Can you acknowledge what I just said? Is that not different?
Yes, I do agree.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that you seem to take a definitive stance when Jay-Z's name is involved, and in other situations that is convenient for you to keep it hazy. You're like, I just don't know.
No, I read the Epstein files just like you did, and I know that he's not in there the way fucking them motherfuckers in Europe is in there that are actually being accused of.
No, he's accused of some shit in there.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Well, yeah, it came from a random tip hotline, but he is accused.
A random tip hotline.
Accusation.
A random tip hotline.
Which means we don't know if it's true.
I know that wasn't true. And by the way, I can't say that without a shadow of a doubt. But reading the story, it sounds like some complete bullshit. My personal opinion.
All right, that's fair.
My personal opinion.
That's fair. What did you think when he publicly denounced having a friendship with Diddy, even after years of them being at brunches, calling each other their brothers, hugging? When he got under fire, I thought he did a snake move. He said he put out a statement to his lawyer and said they were never that cool.
I don't care, bro. Like, this is supposed to be about us.
No,
like, why, like, this is what I mean.
I feel like I'm sitting versus three chairs. Master Ray right here and Jay right here.
That's sad. You shouldn't feel like that. Like, you should pour out that shit that you came in here in that bottle with. You shouldn't feel like that. Like, that shit is crazy to me. Listen,
Charlotte,
you're
man.
academics.
Yo, Charlotte, let me tell you.
You got real ops that you should be concerned about.
Yo, Charlotte.
Not them individuals. And by the way,
those ones.
And if I'm wrong,
I'm very happy with them because I could actually do a countermeasure because I can see them.
If I'm wrong,
the worst enemy is the one that you don't see.
If I'm wrong,
who appears and sometimes maybe even friends.
You say you see them. You just told me Dad is sitting right here, Jay sitting right here.
Yeah, they're you.
He's on us, guys. He knows that you're invisible.
Are you paying for them paper planes?
He knows that you're invisible.
Hold on. Are you paying for these paper planes?
Yes, I do. Like I the same.
Or every year or every month they drop off like.
No, I don't get that. I used to like they'll send some stuff every now and then, but they haven't in a while. Like you want to know
because the narrative not working.
You want to know my relationship with Rock Nation? My relationship with Rock Nation is. There's people over there.
If Drake made me pay for an Owl sweatshirt, like I'm crashing out.
Why? I went to the pop-up store. I like supporting my people.
Crashing out.
I went to the pop-up store and I bought mad shit. If you had when you was having them Scorpion t-shirts, I bought one. One of them Academy t-shirts, you probably didn't even know that. I went to your fucking website and bought an Academy t-shirt. And then you started talking too crazy, so I couldn't wear it. All right. You started talking. Yo, by the way, can we talk about that for a second? I want people to know this.
Okay.
Me and Ak have an actual relationship. That's why I be sitting back looking at the TV sometime or the YouTube, and I'm like, what the fuck is Ak even talking about? How many times have I? There was a time I called you.
This is the first time I've ever given you harsh criticism.
That's not true. But I don't mind criticism. Criticism is fine.
No.
An attack is different. Criticism is fine.
Well, I'm still gonna think it's criticism.
Criticism is perfectly okay.
Whatever you call this, this is the first time
you've attacked.
Okay, you could call it that, but you launched the attack first too.
No, I didn't. How?
Like I looked at it,
I bombed Australia.
Nah, no, you didn't.
I didn't bomb Jersey. I ain't go to Jamaica. I bombed Australia. I went to Australia because that was the person with the smoke. That was the person who, and I know you now. I know this guy. It's not just some Akademiks TV, so I can't just.
All right, let me put you on the phone. Again, it's clearly.
I don't see what the point of that would be.
I'm gonna tell you why the point is.
I think he should see this right now and say, "I'm gonna leave him alone. He'll leave me alone." And it's really that.
Well, is it a mutual thing like that? Because I
don't have no problem with him. The only reason I started calling out George Wynn is because he started going in on me.
So why not just have the conversation real quick?
It's hard for me to have conversations with people who move like that. I don't have a reason to have a conversation with him. Me and you have a relationship. Me and you have years of cachet with each other.
So we can do a ceasefire. We got to talk about shit like politics. Ceasefire.
I'm not bombing. I'm only bombing because he's bombing. Okay. Every time he bomb, I'm going to bomb back with some shit, especially when articles are coming out and there's ammo. Okay. Yes.
So if we get a ceasefire, we could squarely identify, we could put the target.
Throw up that rock. Throw it up.
No.
Throw it up. Do it the fuck up. If you throw it up, it's okay.
I'll throw the rock too.
It's okay. But
we heard Tory Lanez father said.
So check it out.
At some point.
So check it out. I have no problem with George. The only reason I'm coming at George is because he's coming at me. What if I can make that happen with you in Rock Nation?
Yeah, I want open discourse. I don't want. I'm always down to talk shit out. I'm always down to figure out a mutual ground.
If I was able to set up a meeting where it's me, you, and a higher up there, it's not going to be public, of course.
It got to be Desiree. I can't talk to like some other page show. They're going to just have in the room recording. Be like, yo.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say I can make anything like that happen. I'm going to say if I try. Because there's really no reason to have these issues, Zach. I really believe that.
Man.
You don't need this kind of smoke in your life.
I don't think they need it.
You think motherfuckers want people outside of their house? If you're telling me this is what Rock Nation is doing, why would you want that? Why would you want to go to war with a multi-billion-dollar corporation?
Yeah, but not because they could be $1 trillion corporation. They're not going to silence the voice.
And you like Jay.
I do like Jay.
You from Jersey.
I do like Jay.
I don't give a fuck how much you act like. And I think Drake made good music too.
Jay.
I fuck with Rod Wave and all of them too. I fuck with Future too. I fuck with some of Young Boy shit too. But don't act like you don't like Jay.
No, I do like his music. I think he's one of the best albums all the time.
So
I know you talking about. That nigga said he fuck with some of Young Boy shit. Dawg, you like 50, boy. You ain't listening to no damn NBA Young Boy. You should be. You ain't understanding none of that goddamn lingo. My ears too slow, nigga. I don't even understand half of this shit. What are you talking about?
why? Me and you could be at Yankee Stadium this weekend in the suite. We could be. You went to Kendrick show.
So I went to Kendrick show.
Say that was wild. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Because at that point in the battle, obviously Drake's my favorite, but it wasn't as toxic as it is now. So I wanted to go watch his performance because I go to everybody's concert.
But
Russ actually started out with me where I remember the online hate for Russ a lot. I was like, I gotta go see it. And when I went to his concert, I was like, getting a whole new perspective. Kendrick doing these stadium tours, I really wanted to see hip hop in a stadium.
But this is when I feel like sometimes you can be a little green. And this is how sometimes I feel like either Act doesn't truly know the severity of the things that he's saying, or maybe he just don't give a fuck and he's just a wild motherfucker. There's no reason for you to be at that concert, and I'm gonna tell you why. What happened at that concert?
Got pressed.
What happened at the concert?
Nigga
What
pressed.
happened?
They came to find you.
Yeah.
You're thinking just because let me finish.
And you're acting like I wasn't prepared for it.
Sure, but you're thinking that just because
I don't know what they was gonna do.
You should, because everybody not gonna come in peace. Why get you or your team or your security, whoever, why get them in a situation just because? You can't walk around like nothing is gonna happen. It's the same thing with the Lil Baby situation. Lil Baby has one phone call with you, makes you think everything good, and then one of his mans try you. That could have been a gunshot, bro. That's the type of shit I be thinking about.
Show me. As you
Well, I gotta agree with Charlamagne on it now. You know, that damn near done caught you slipping 2 times, gang. You right about that, man. Why would you go? I mean, I get it though. That mean act ain't scary. But damn though, you been talking shit about the not like us shit online and nigga, they know you Team Drake. Like, why would the fuck would you go to the concert for? Thinking this shit just rap. That nigga, he thought this shit was just like some he thought this shit was rap. Hell nah, boy. They wanna fight you, at. Niggas is hurt, bruh. You know, this the West Coast Messiah, nigga. Now, if they would have caught you sip, but they wasn't gonna do nothing, cause niggas would be stupid to do something. Kendrick was gonna catch a case. Akademiks didn't have to do nothing. His security guard could have sued or something. Could have been like, man, Kendrick Lamar security jumped us and did all this. And then that shit gonna hit the news. Kendrick Lamar's entourage hurts DJ Akademiks and his entourage. And it was gonna be some shit. Kendrick not even a confrontational nigga. That's like saying J. Cole got to fight with a nigga at the thing or something like. Nah, man, these are good, friendly niggas, man. They ain't even confrontational niggas, man. No gangster shit don't never supposed to happen in no Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, really Drake. All this shit, man. Ain't no gangster shit supposed to be going down at them places. Wiz Khalifa. Shit like that, man. It's supposed to be all good vibes, man. White people and shit. Fetty Wap. Bad bitches everywhere, man. You don't supposed to be no violence and no shit like that. That was crazy work. They caught you slipping twice, man. You said little baby back, dog. Y'all was at a Screamer event and you had some security out there, so I don't know about a gunshot now. Cause niggas ain't that crazy to try to kill you to just for hell nah. Now niggas will crash out, they'll hit you or something. Killing you in broad daylight with a whole bunch of people. Hell nah, little baby ain't gonna pay you that much to do all that time. It's all type of businesses that you gonna kill everybody there. That's like all type of bodies. Like this LA we talking about or whatever they was it. What they was it? Like it was LA was some brand rich shit. Vegas or whatever, like I'm pretty sure it's cameras everywhere, boy. You gonna get beamed up. Like a motherfucker. I don't know about this shit, man. Nigga just be wanting to get some clout. They don't be trying to kill nobody. They ain't gonna get no points out killing no DJ Akademiks. But slapping him, you might, niggas want to see him slap. Niggas want him beat up. There's a lot of niggas want hands put on him, but I don't know about kill now. He ain't worse than Charleston White. I don't even think they really want Charleston White to die. They just want him to get beat up. I don't want the nigga to get died now. That's it ain't that serious.
When I call you, I want you to think about times I've called you. What I always say to you, act. Don't make the same mistakes I made, bro.
Charlotte.
Have I not told you that?
I agree. But one thing I'll say is that what I've learned about hip hop, and I don't even have a problem like admitting that those situations happen. I live my life as how this culture and my job, like, it's gonna be how it's gonna be, honestly.
It don't have to be.
I'm not saying I moved dumb. I definitely don't move dumb.
Yeah, I think a lot.
I don't move dumb. But the idea.
Even not moving dumb, there's no need to antagonize situations. No need to kick hornets' nest when you don't have to.
No,
have your opinion. You can have your opinion.
I'm definitely gonna move the way I like.
No, you should always move militant.
I'm gonna stand on. I'm gonna stand on that opinion. Like I don't care if you getting mad and if you see me, there's gonna be a problem.
There's a difference between an opinion and slander, though. It's a difference. Having an opinion about somebody's music, even having an opinion about somebody's wardrobe, having an opinion about somebody's personality, that's one thing.
Let me say this, because you could be given an opinion, and if someone looks at you and in their mind, they're like, in reality, I feel like just because you don't like, that happens a lot, where people like, because you don't like me, it's like Kai Cenat and Lil TJ. Lil TJ is saying, because you don't like me, there's so many other people that won't like me. So people sometimes want to force your hand to like them.
Yeah, but I saw you on a stream say, I will choke the shit out of Lil Baby.
What?
Alright, so people around Lil Baby that like him are going to feel a way about that and want to do some wild shit.
Yeah,
that's my point is, why provoke things like that? That's totally different than Lil Baby's music is what.
Two things can be true.
That's completely different, and that's what I've always tried to get you to avoid.
You can't avoid it, Charlamagne. I don't know what fucking hip hop he living in. You can say niggas is whack, or you can choke. You gonna beat the shit out of them, man. You gonna get the same result, bro. Niggas gonna see you in public and be like, man, we don't like all that shit you talking on YouTube about his music being whack. And they gonna try to steal off your ass. Like you might as well say, I beat the shit out that nigga and choke that nigga. They catch your ass, they gonna do the same treatment, gonna go all the way around, man. When you talking shit in the internet, you know, they real tough to the motherfucking blogger niggas and shit. Say Cheese, and Charleston White, and shit like that. These niggas never check another rapper. How you gonna be tough pressing DJ Akademiks, trying to snake that nigga, trying to do some shit like, bro, it's real ops in the city, fool. You got niggas you got real beef with. You got rap niggas, man. Y'all rap niggas is running into the other rap niggas and ain't doing that. So I don't even get this shit, man. But niggas want Charlamagne beat up. They'll jump up a Charlamagne. They'll jump up at DJ Akademiks. They'll jump up at 607 They'll jump up at all them niggas that doing YouTube and streaming. But another rap nigga, they will not do nothing to. Another gangster. That's a good point. That's always said about Meek Mill. Meek Mill was tough as hell to DJ Akademiks and shit. Safari and shit. Safari. Come on, gang. Safari. And then you didn't even never slap him yourself. You had other niggas do it. You had other niggas get out and jump Safari. Safari so weak, he don't even need to be jumped. You could have saw one nigga, for the littlest nigga, man. You could have went over there and slapped that nigga, man. But nah, man, you said about 8 goons on Safari, bro. Quentin Miller, man. Quentin Miller, you beat that nigga up. That ain't no gangster. All the gangsta ass niggas didn't hear about you doing that too, man. Drake with this and you made it look bad. Ain't nobody put no fucking hands on Drake. All the niggas that he be with. Them Philly niggas be dissing you like a motherfucker. It was a lot of Philly niggas dissing you. You ain't none of them niggas got touched. Yeah, but you be tough at the wrong time, man. That's why they call you Twitter fingers, man. There's a lot of tough ass niggas in rap, but only to other like media personality. They're not tough to other rappers.
I picked up the phone. I remember one time picking up the phone and saying, "Act, yo, you go too hard on women, yo. Don't." And I literally said, "Don't make the same mistakes that I made." That's what I said to you.
And that was the
Charlotte, I don't know. You might make some more mistakes with women. 15-year-old women and shit. I don't think I did all this.
you did mention that, but that wasn't why you called me. I can't remember why you called me. But
I can tell you why we were on the phone that time.
Wow.
This was before you launched off the record, and I was getting ready to launch Black Effect, and I was trying to get you to do an Akademiks podcast. This is like 2 days. I remember because it was COVID because I was down in South Carolina at the beach house cooling. And I remember picking up the phone and calling you, and I forgot who you might have been wilding on. And I was like, yo, Act, you going too hard on.
I'm gonna be honest with you when it comes to like career wise. I gotta say honestly, I have zero regrets. Every single thing. I think the way I played it was the only way that I could feel like I was being true to what I'm doing that I love.
I respect that.
So like obviously not everything turned my way. What I've learned is like I just gotta take the good with the bad. There's some good. There's a lot of bad.
I'm with you, but depending on the energy that you put out, that bad can be really bad. Thank God for me, the bad has only been getting punched in the back of the head and gotta watch a video for the rest of my life with a motherfucker asking me, can I get a drop, right? Then there was another time where I had to. I had to fuck somebody else.
You gotta get this video.
I don't care about
You told me this a couple times. You should have been dropped the video.
And if they had disability videos, I don't care about that. Like that's I can watch the Can I Get a Drop video online and watch motherfuckers call me pussy and say I ran for the rest of my life. I don't care. I don't have anything to prove to any of those people. Like I already know what's gonna happen with this.
What a video where you had to mess somebody up. I never see that one, man. Never see you being tough and shit.
This interview. What? If we put it up. We might. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't care.
I put it on both of our platforms. We gotta mention no edits. Yo, this guy.
No edits. But if we put it out, because honestly, I just enjoy us having this conversation. Because we don't get to do that. Like I don't want to talk on the phone. I was like, you know what? I literally said I want to sit down, talk to Act, look him in the eyes, and see if he believes some of this shit.
You said I'm manic. That's crazy.
It sounded a little manic.
I think
you told me Desiree sitting here, Jay-Z sitting there.
You know what I mean? I mean figuratively. But everything I'm saying.
Act, you posted that you was bringing mad security because they were gonna have you killed.
Slight theater, but I do believe that Rodney's will get somebody killed.
What? Why? That right there is a wild accusation to put on somebody. Yeah. That's wild. That's a wild accusation to put on somebody. Yeah. So I should believe. I should believe the video about Drake being a mob boss in Toronto.
Shit, he might need to though. I mean, he got them killing ass niggas with him. They'll do anything for the 6, bro. Be with the guy. Drake could move around in his city without no damn security, man. You know there's some niggas that ready to kill for him, bro, dude. Come on now. Stop that shit, man. Dame Dad said that he got hit with a bottle and they busted his shit. And Jay said some serious dudes out about behind that shit. So yeah, it sounds like he know niggas that can put hands on niggas and touch you from long range, long distance. Niggas probably a private firm that do that shit. He probably don't even need no hood niggas now. He probably got hire some old military ass niggas to go and take your ass out. Shoot your car up on the highway and see do you live or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga got $2.something billion. You talking about a nigga having some Fall Guys. Rollo got some Fall Guys and shit like that. What? I know Jay-Z got some Fall Guys, nigga. I know Jay-Z got some Fall Guys, nigga. Like, he gonna get away squeaky. He ain't going to jail. He ain't even gonna get mentioned. The shit gonna get diverted from him, his company, and everything. Like, he got some real... That nigga like... Jay-Z, allegedly now. Jay-Z like motherfucking Gus off Breaking Bad, man. That nigga got a motherfucking chicken factory. He got chicken commercials and shit. Motherfucking Spanish jingles and shit about the El Polo Loco chicken and shit. Company than a motherfucker. Business than a bitch. But on the side, he's selling meth. He like the biggest meth distributor in motherfucking the south part of goddamn the United States. Nigga got motherfucking shit all up in the map. Like this the 25 states down, nigga, is Gus Fring, nigga. They all here, man. Jay-Z here, man. Allegedly, man. He got a lot of sneaky business going on. But he looking good in corporate.
And all of them, I should believe that?
I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm telling you what it comes
in that video, they say they got mad bodies, kidnappings. Hold on, should I believe that video about Drake being a mob boss in Toronto?
I don't know nothing about what's going on in Toronto. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that
I don't know.
Jay-Z and Rock Nation, I believe they will put a nigga in jail. If you put a nigga in jail, you would definitely kill that nigga. Like, come on.
Crazy.
All right.
This is crazy.
Not obviously pull the trigger yourself, but you know.
This is
through means and influences.
We're not gonna get anywhere on this conversation. Okay? I like Jay-Z, you like Drake. That don't mean that we should be at odds with each other and making the internet.
We shouldn't. I just wanted disclosure next time, Charles. Just be like, yo, I just talked to Desiree just to let you know.
That's not what happened though. If I knew where that information came from, I would have given it to you. And I also told you the information I had wasn't the same information that Jeremy had, clearly. Because I didn't know nothing about that shit he was talking about.
No, he's lying.
I literally said to you, the only thing I'm seeing on, I told you on the phone, only thing I'm seeing on this is a bunch of music pages.
No, he's just lying. That's what it is.
I didn't lie.
I'm gonna be honest, what you showed me, I think that's what he has. He's just an idiot. So like he looked at a thing that's a payment and he called it politics. He's just stupid.
Did I lie to you? I didn't lie to you about nothing. I didn't lie to you. I told you the information I had. I don't know if it's true, but I told you that, these guys got pressed by investigators and they said X, Y, and Z. This article that I read to you said the same thing. So clearly, all of these media outlets got the same information.
But when you say investigators, we're talking about PIs who are trying to get civil cases.
I just said investigator. That's what I said.
No, well, it's loaded. It's leaded.
It's not, because I never said that publicly. I said it to you. All that information was for you to discern. You got to go take that information and figure shit out.
Yeah, but half the information wasn't right. You said he's stealing. That's not true.
But you know what was deceptive? And I could be wrong. You might have told me this on the phone, but I don't remember you telling me this. I don't remember you telling me, yeah, one of Kendrick's people, when they saw me at the concert, they said that they had a PI.
I told you.
You didn't tell me that.
No, I told you.
You didn't tell me there was a screen, which I saw later.
No, I definitely told you that. I said, because when I was trying to unravel this, and I said, I told you that, and then I told you about the deposition thing, and I said, I think this is coming from Rock Nation.
You didn't tell me about the stream that you was on, and at the time, I guess it was George, the investigators were at his house, and y'all was listening to it.
That wasn't George.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I heard Aiden saying they're at Grant's house right now.
That wasn't. See, that's what I'm saying. Charlie, you don't have even the info.
I don't.
Hold on. The guy on that phone call, his name is Blurry. Okay? He's a streamer. He acted as if he was Grand Wizard, and because they were trying to figure out who does this private investigator work for, right? They believe they're at an address. If you listen to the whole thing, they said, I'll come outside and talk to you. Go get me a burger first. Oh, go get me this. I'm hungry.
That's what snitches do. They want to eat. And remember, I told you that it wasn't just George.
Charlamagne still trying to get it up.
I told you it wasn't just George that got pressed by investigators. I gave you 2 other names. I said Carson McCoy and that Alex Ocha kid. Right? Didn't I tell you that?
Okay.
But why would a nigga want a burger to snitch? If it ain't no criminal shit, man. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no snitching, fool. This shit ain't even no crime being committed, fool. What the fuck? Talking about fake narratives and posting shit about Rock Nation, man. Ain't no motherfucking crime. Bitch. What the fuck I'ma gotta snitch for? Who I'm snitching on? What y'all gonna do with the information that I'm telling you? If ain't nobody gonna never get locked up, and ain't never was snitching. I just told them some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because I've heard this a couple times, or could you at least be like, I have no proof of it? This idea that Drake runs my page. Could we put that to bed to be like,
I never saw that. What I was told, what they said was that Alex
you repeated on Brilliant Idiots that someone told you that, and
they said Alex.
Who's that?
The information, the people that sent the information. I gotta ask Lauren. They said that the Alex Ocha kid and the Carson McCoy kid used to run Akademiks TV, and they gave it to George and Drake. By the way, you told me that Drake and George talk more than you and George talk. That's why I keep saying when I first brought all of this to you, you weren't acting like you and George were so close.
That's what it is.
Now is
No. You wanted me to which by the way, now I'm thinking about the conversation you had Desiree and other things. Like you want me to pick my man out of the lineup. No, nigga, I don't know how he look like. But I never said me and Grant Mitchell wasn't cool.
You said that Grant and Drake talk more than y'all.
I'll say it unequivocally for the whole world to hear. That's like my right hand.
Okay. I can't say that about anybody at Rock Nation.
Okay, well, listen.
I'm being honest. I can't say that.
What they say about you?
They'll probably say that's my man, and I'll say the same thing. Those are my peoples. But I can't say that's.
Drake said about me. I said about Grant.
Yeah, I can't say those are my right hand, but they have assisted me with a lot, especially when it comes to design. I think I told you this before. I love how the paper plane look. So if I love how the paper plane look, I'm gonna reach out to the person who created the paper plane. Yo, Emery, I want somebody to design this Black Effect logo. I'm about to launch this podcast network. You know, can we make that? Can we get that to happen? I got you. So the person that designed paper plane designed the Black Effect logo. The Black Effect. That's a Jay-Z and Beyonce song. Yo, I want to name my company Black Effect. Got that from this song. Can I get permission to do that? That's the extent of relationships. And I got people up there, one person in particular, who I really look at as like a big brother. But you wouldn't even know who that person is. Like that's not a person that's a public figure. That's why I wouldn't even say his name now. But he's not even, you would never know who that individual is. And he don't even deal with any of this type of shit.
You Desiree, like,
I love Desiree.
Okay.
That's the homie. I love Desiree. That is a complete fact. That's no shit going on.
I think half the shit going on is because of her.
I think you're wrong. I think that she's one of the best things that happened to hip hop. By the way, that's perspective.
I think she fucked up Jay's legacy in terms of
I think you're wrong.
in how people perceive him.
I think
there was a time where 99.9% it was all love for Jay, and I think now people look at him as a very slimy, scummy, untrustworthy person. Well,
he's selling out arenas all over the country.
140,000
people are buying his merch.
That's not everybody in the world.
I wish you could come to the show. I'm gonna send you video from the show.
I would never be at that show.
I'm gonna send you video from the show so you can see people
I would go
singing
to
songs
10 Kendrick
word for word.
I would go to 10.
You shouldn't go to any of them. Don't go to Kendrick, Lil Baby, Rock, Jay-Z.
I'm not going to the Lil Baby show, but I'll go to 10 Kendrick show if I go to one Jay-Z show. Because I think. Listen.
Out.
At least if I go to Kendrick show, there's a couple Crip niggas trying to get active. I go
sneaking one out the country.
Huh?
Sneaking one out the country. I don't know. All I can tell you is,
if I was in a venue that Jay-Z performed, I would think I'm getting poisoned. Like this was a trap. Like hell no.
Your perspective is your perspective. My perspective is my perspective. And listen, and that's cool. There's billions of people on this planet.
I do have a proposal for them. Though. I think their entire PR is fucked. Whoever they got trying to run narratives weak as fuck. I think they need to come holler at me and George. We could probably do something for them.
You want, once again, do you want to have the conversation? If I can make a conversation happen.
Charlie, you're doing what... I'm gonna quote Dave Dash on this.
Okay.
Because every time you interview him, you'll ask him questions, and you claim you have some relationship with these other people. Tell us what they say. Because I've said yes to this
I
answer
told you
already.
what they said, but you don't want to believe me.
I've said yes to that question you're asking already. So now, are we gonna get an update? I'll say yes.
Yes.
Will I get an update on? Hey, I did talk to them. They told me this.
Yes. And I'm telling you right now, they're not thinking about you. You don't want to believe that.
Oh my God. Yo, Charlotte's good, man.
And you don't want to believe.
You just said that they ain't gonna be happy with how he been doing. Now, if they ain't thinking about the nigga, been seeing the nigga, that is kind of crazy. How they ain't thinking about him, he too little, Jay-Z ain't studying him, Rock Nation ain't studying that nigga. But they might not want to have the conversation because all you been doing here lately. Would that mean they been fucking watching if they been knowing everything he been fucking doing here lately, man? They been watching like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know it's good for the internet.
Good, bro.
I know it's good for the stream.
Charlie,
I know it's good for the chat niggas. Academics versus Rock Nation. Let's go. Ain't nobody thinking about that, bro. I'm telling you, they not thinking about that.
Then they ain't thinking about the shit. But yeah, niggas' houses getting taken pictures of. How the fuck they taking pictures of houses? Niggas in Australia at Grand River shit.
I rep BGE forever. Do the that nigga foot to the pedal. I rep BGE forever. Do the that nigga foot to the pedal.